and training professionals that understand the power of Toastmasters and brings that understanding in his lectures. As a seminar leader and project management professional, he teaches project management, Excel, managing multiple projects, and MS projects to over 1,000 people a year across the nation. He's the co-owner of the Mosley Retreat in Fenwick, a place where you can console your soul. He is also a professional percussionist who has...
Hey, how is everybody this morning? Toastmaster here. And you want to get paid. I can tell them. People say, yeah, I can eat. So why can't I get paid? You can't. It's a very simple rule. You got to create a demand for it. Right? You got to do something that you're passionate about. Maybe even your profession. You're going to have to find at least 3 places to go out there and speak at that will even accept you to speak there. You're going to have to be known for something like music. You have to be able to create an audience. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So we're going to talk about the 7 steps to go ahead and making that actually happen. You notice I've got a lot of other things on here. I've got other things going. Take a look at this. So where do you go? You know, YouTube. Every presentation I've been to for the last few days, for the last few weeks, have been about going to YouTube and put your stuff out there. So how are you going to go ahead and create something that people would like to see? That was interesting. And one of the companies I worked for created that for me. I didn't all that kind of stuff together. But there was some information there that you should have paid attention to. One was, we're getting a younger and younger crowd listening to our speeches. But there's an older crowd listening to our speeches too. would rather see the gray hair. But we have to find out who they are. We've got to bring attention to ourselves. We've got to be able to have people come and say, yeah, I'm going to see Dushun Mosley. Who the hell is he? Does he play basketball? Does he have some scandal? Housewives of Atlanta, something like that? You know, so look, you got to go out there and create some way that you can do that. I'm going to give you 7 ways. 7 ways to do it. I'm going to go over the 7 ways and show you a few things that you can do. You got to create a man. Everybody wants a trainer. Everybody wants a speaker, and everybody can speak. I'm talking to a group of speakers here. Everybody can do a good job of speaking, but do they want to hear you? Do they even care how well you speak? I mean, why is it that Michael Jordan can get $50,000 for a 45-minute keynote speech? Can he speak better than any of you guys here? No, you can just go down the line, right? Because I watch some of the sports stations, the guys hit with the sports and I watch some of those guys speak. How do they get that job? So we're going to have to create a demand. So you got to create an image of yourself, like, you know, yeah, like, yeah, I'm the scheduler. You have to create images like this. You have to create images like this. The relationship man. Yeah, or maybe master of listening. All right? Because everybody is not like that. We have to create interest around ourselves. And the only way we can do that is by using social media. So we're going to look at some of the social media pieces. But in the meantime, does any of these images represent something you do? Yeah. So that's what we ought to be speaking of. That's right. Baby child. What's the guy's name that did that? Les Brown. Right. Right. Les Brown wishes he was a Toastmaster. That's right. He does. And there's a lot of people out here wishing they were Toastmasters. But the thing of it is, he got a persona by doing something he did well. Talking. So you got to talk a lot. You create your demand by starting with what your profession or your passion is. You don't want to come up with something very different. So people out there looking for you. They want to know your story. If you were a rich person, if you can drive Porsches and split cars like that, there's a lot of people out there that want to hear that. But if you came from the projects of Chicago, Illinois, and all of a sudden now you're a master speaker, people want to hear that. How do they do that? So you've got to have a story. The story's got to be compelling so that people will want to come see you and pay big money to see you. We're going to have to be able to take the opportunity to look at some other things too. We're going to look at 3 events. Try to find 3 events you can speak at. Okay? Create a demand for ourselves. People kind of like us. We're going to go with our passions. We're going to find 3 places that we can go. Because organizers want good speakers. Unfortunately, these places are probably going to be free and safe at first. Take the time and look at and study their events. Study the people who they have already speaking at their events. There's a bunch of speaker boards out there, speaker bureaus out there you can go to. But when you go to them, you have your pitch. We know the pitch. We got the 7 minutes now. So we've got a good pitch. And we've got a resume, right? Because we got CCs and CLs and ALPs and AGDT, all that kind of stuff. We got all that kind of good stuff. So you pitch them, nice brief piece, and you work for them, and sometimes it's not great. Now, I have to say that I'm a trainer. So being a trainer is something good. I look for companies that will hire me as a trainer. And since I teach project management and sell all those other kinds of things, I get paid to do that. I didn't set out to be a speaker. I set out to be a trainer and turned into a speaker. So I get paid. So now I'm not looking for any non-paid jobs. But I'll take them if it gets me to the point I'm going to get to. Because at those places that you think, if they hire me to speak free, there's going to be somebody there that will look at you and say, man, I want to hire those guys. He's great. I want him to come to my organization. Look at some of these websites. I want to take a little time to look at some of those. Here's one, the Speaking Matters. Look at these guys. Now, this is Kelly. And you go there, there's some powerful speakers. Register. Give your pitch. Get on one of these sites. Powerful lectures, personal narratives, transformation stories. Does anybody do that? Yes. We got a whole bunch of y'all that do that. So this guy's been around for a long time. Dobro. Yeah, he's been around for a long time. I think he must have done this in 1990s. And he's got a good, look at this, he's got Ryan Tracy, some of these guys.
Are you ready to take your speaking skills to the world-class level and reap the rewards that every great keynote speaker?
Yes, I do want to do that. How do I do that? I look for the places that are going to give me the biggest bang. Here's some national training companies. And, you know, I don't care what you're doing out there. I didn't bring any of my other ones with me, but these national training companies teach a lot of different courses. Self-help courses, computer courses, of course. You've seen them, skill path seminars, natural singing seminar, red fire seminar, and you've seen them. And those first 3 of seminars you can go to for $99, $149. They love to have. They love to have a real trainer or for real speaker stand up and give speeches. You make money. Yeah. People live off of those. If you do all 3 of them, you can make a decent living. Right? What do you get? You get 5 days a month, 5 days a month, another. The people you have in your class, you may have 60 or 70 people that you're speaking to in any one of these companies. They'll hire you because you're toasters. 50 or 60 people in the class. Don't you think that one of those people might say, would you come to my company? As a project manager, I've got 3 different jobs that came out of that. There was a guy just called me, this is serious, 2 months ago, it says, Dushun, I was in your class 2 years ago, and I held your card. You said something about PME and project management. Now we need some. Could you come do a training and consulting? Yeah. So the more people that you speak to, the better off that you are. Which brings me to my next point. Do a lot of speaking. Because every time you stand on stage, everybody knows you. Now, we're going to do a lot of speaking, of course, at Toastmasters. There's no doubt about that. We're going to do it because we've got those kinds of awards we're going to take. And some of your triple crowns. Triple crowns? Yeah. Some of your triple crowns. And we continue to do that. So we'll do a good job of that. But how about the other places? Honest clubs. Urban clubs. Those places. You know, you're going to speak for free at first. How many people are going to speak? And you mark that down in your resume. I spoke to the Kiwanis Club. These many people there. That's how you get known. That's how you build your resume up so that people now can say, they spoke. They happened to speak to 100 people, 200 people. Yes, they do. Is this easy? Well, it's not bad. It's not bad. Because you have to do this work every day. I get fussed at. I'm going to say that. But I get fussed at because why? Dushun, go out there and build your blog. Go out there and fix up your website. Do I do it? No. I got plenty of speaking jobs, but I should do it. So how many people here have a blog? How many people here know what a blog is? That's real easy. Can I give you some more information here? The website was a big thing. Remember the website? You gotta have a website. The website is not a big thing anymore. A blog is so easy to create. And as you begin to go ahead and put your speeches out there on YouTube, you can put a lot of them out there. Then you attach your blog to it. And you send little messages out. As you update your blog, you get a higher hit rate on the internet. You're going to the blog. Nobody wants to read that website anymore. Nobody wants to see that. You're a professional speaker, be known now. Because who are the speaker bureaus going to go to? And I'm looking for a speaker, and I'm trying to do an event. I'm going to the internet. Type in speakers. Hopefully you'll come up in the list. What are you known for? What are you known for? I don't know. I have no idea. Are people known for, like I said, music, or speaking, or running, or doing something? Okay, I'm going to ask. Anybody tell me what they're known for? Well, what do you know?
Call to action speech.
Okay, call to action. Anybody else? Who, you know? What? Yes. Yes, you're fantastic. But anybody else? She's amazing. Yes, sir.
I'm Brian Vanderjack, and I get stuff done.
Get stuff done.
That's right, stuff done.
Stuff done. All right. Stuff done. Okay. Networking. Okay. Yes.
Healing with the heart.
Yes, sir.
Creativity and problem solving.
Okay. Now, yes. Yes. Go ahead.
I'm known for my smile.
Let me see one. Yes, sir.
Deliver the message.
Deliver the message. And you do beautiful paintings and drawings and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we've got people here to do stuff. So you want to put that forward. That's the thing you want to put forward because you've already got a passion and history about that. You can write about that. You can talk about that. And you can talk about that in any setting. If I were to hire you to talk to at Kiwanis Club or to the daycare center or whoever you're talking to, you can talk about that thing. So you need to list that. You need to write down what you do. And some of us do several different kinds of things. So you need to go ahead and categorize that. Now, do we need to go ahead and build a speech for each one of those? No, not until somebody calls you. Do the work until somebody calls you. But you put your stuff out there. And if you get called, you get busy. Okay? And you make sure you put the stuff out there. So, whatever you're known for, and there's a lot of things. You know? You write books? I don't know. You know? You're in the paper? You got your mugshot on TV? You're in CNN? I don't know. You can do those things. Yeah. I think so. I tried to be on TV once. You know, the guy they talked to, and he said, well, see, I went down to Kentucky Fried Chicken and had, you know, and then there was a girl screaming outside, and I came down there and saved her. Yeah. Hey. Now that guy, whoever that guy was, his say was girls, he could be, they'll hire him to do speeches and pay him $3,000 or $4,000 a pop to do that. Why? Because he was on national TV and said how he saves people. Now, I'm not saying you all never do that. But a random act of kindness, especially in the people are not interested in what you're talking about. And how many places have you gone to because it was a celebrity? Mike. If Michael is going to talk, you're going to have to. We don't care what Michael is saying. You'll never remember a thing that Mike said. So it doesn't make any difference. They don't care. Some people do care. So you have to have a message there. You have to be able to be passionate. And I want to add to this. It's not how well you speak. It's the passion that you give when you're speaking. Because you know what I tell you, if you are serious about it, and if you really want people to follow you, then you've got to stand on the soapbox and say, hear me, hear me. This is what I'm going to say. They say, yeah, that's passionate. I don't know what the heck he was saying. He's passionate about it. And where's it look at? Oh, it's in the back of the room. I'm a scholar. Something, but if you wrote something, you should be on the subject, right? That's right. So it depends what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. You know, people are looking at you because you're speaking out. Isn't that something? So you too can think about it. It takes some time to do this. I keep saying that because I don't want you to think this is not get rich. You know, the other guy, he has some stuff to buy my books and you can go out here and make $1,000 a day. No, it doesn't. there's a good pitch. I can sell some books that way. I might go on. You're going to have to build your audience. How do you do that? You know how. You know how. How many people are on LinkedIn? Everybody here should be on LinkedIn. And you can connect with me. Dushun Mosley at LinkedIn.com. You connect with me, I don't care. That's right. Facebook, okay. But you can have a Facebook page and advertise yourself. That's right. Because people go to Facebook. They want to see that kind of stuff. And LinkedIn is more powerful than what you really think. Most corporations and most organizers will go to LinkedIn and they start to put in the keywords. If you got the right keywords, of course, then you should pop up. Look at that. Twitter. Care about turning your telephone off. Keep your telephone off and start to it. Dushun, wonderful guy. He's a wonderful guy. Yeah, I want you to tweet. I want your phone on. And if it happens to sound off, oh well. Tweet. That's how you get, even you gotta tweet yourself. Did you see me over there? Because what does that do, guys? You tweet. You know what that does, right? That generates enthusiasm. That generates your audience. Put your stuff on YouTube now. You can put stuff on YouTube that's an hour long, an hour and a half long. Nobody wants to see all that. So this is what you do. You go back to the CC. You do your 7-minute speech. That's what you guys are good at. You do a 7-minute speech, lay in there, and then do a 7-minute speech. So it means you ought to have 10 of them out here. Oh no, excuse me. That's just the CC. Okay, you have 10 more. You're going to be ACB. Oh, and then I got 10 more at ACC. And then I got 10 more at ACC. I got 40 speeches out. You should have 40 speeches out. Or more. Put the speeches out. Put yourself repairing something or doing whatever you're doing, helping a sick person or a mentally disturbed person or drinking with people. Something that makes some sense out of it. Go ahead and give those kinds of things.
Are we ready to rumble? Now you see, this is like church. You have to come on with me with this. Are you ready to rumble? Yeah, we're ready to do this today, okay? I like to always start with my class with a little quote, and this quote comes from Colin Powell. And he basically says that education is less of a matter of knowing things, but of being able to know how to get more information and opportunities to learn.
YouTube. So what am I going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take and write my little resume up, my little note like this up, put that link on that and send it to a person. You want to see me? You see it in person. Oh, that's not the speech you want to see? Oh, I'll send you another one with a link to YouTube. That's how I do. This is how I speak. Because that's what people want to see. They want to see if you've got some entertainment. They want to see if you've got some passion. They want to see if you can really work a crowd. I don't know how many times I've been to a place where the guy is so boring. They're so boring. And you guys are doing, it kills you. But if he's got some move, he's asking questions, he's talking to you, he's giving you something that you need, then you can go there. Here's some of the places that you can go to. And incidentally, guys, if you need to, this whole presentation is going to be on the Whale Toastmasters site. Just key in Whale Toastmasters. And it's going to be under go from free to pay speaking. So just go to Whale Toastmasters. You can break down the whole thing. And all of these links will be there. They're hot links. And even my music is going to be there. Yes, that's me playing the music.
And that's WAO Toastmasters Club. WAO Toastmasters Club.
Watch out when you say Whale. You got to tell other people. Okay. Yeah, some of these places are around. You've been around for a long time. You so much folks. And you can go out and see these guys. Oh, these places you can go to and register, like it's keyspeakers.com. You go out and register. And it amazes me, if I'm going to ask to get paid, I'm going to get paid like this. That's the way I want to get paid. Bill, 150 years ago. Right? But 150,000 for a 45-minute speech? I don't get $1 for doing this, not one dime. Thank you, Dushun. Don't get one of those baskets over here and sit your little behind down. But you know, it's good. It's okay, because I can speak to all of you. And maybe one of you will hire me. Magic Johnson, $50,000. He's a great ball player. See, anybody else on here you might know?
Larry Kasparov, the chess player, makes more than Magic Johnson.
That's amazing, huh?
Malcolm Gladwell.
You know something. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Wayne Gretzky.
Huh? Oh, okay. Now, you know what? Let me tell you. Like one of the speaker bureaus that I looked at, the lowest speaker is asking for $7,500. $7,500 to $1,500. $15,000. $7,500 to $15,000. And everybody was asking right now. And there were people out there asking $50,000, $25,000. And will they get it? I don't know if they will get it or not. But at least they publicized it that way. Because in some cases, it's really an honorarium. And I would go and speak for an honorarium. And I would expect you to honor me with something that you can go to the bank with. Here's a meal and a drink over there. It's an honorarium. Tell me what I can help you out. I know that you. Now, if you come with $5, $10, $20 bucks, and say, that's what I want you to speak for, and say, well, you don't really want me to speak for you, do you? You think that I should come speak to you with all this experience with $10, $15?
Secret over
Go ahead, take it. But if they can make that kind of money, you can too, because you are professional speakers. These guys, except Bill, some of those guys are very good speakers. But you should be able to make that kind of money too. You should be able to demand that kind of money. And then when you demand that kind of money, you can sell your book. Because you did write a book. Yeah, you did write a book. Or you created a CD, which is Bill used to say. So, I did not write this book. This is just for this video. Because part of the way that you make money is that every time you speak, you bring your stuff with you. And you put it in the back of the room. Because you are the expert, you're the professional, then that means that I want to buy one of your books. Because you're a professional. I'm going to buy one of your tapes. You're a professional. Yeah, this guy sounds good. So that's what all these little stands are for. These unique stands. You set up a nice table. You make the best display you possibly can. And you sell it. Back of the room sales. Back of the room sales can make you more money than the actual speech that you give. What do you need for back of the room sales? It doesn't matter. You can go and have 2 sheets of paper that you have quotes on and go and laminate them. $2 a piece. It's okay. $2 a piece. $5. You can put together a book at Kinko's. Sell it. That's where you get the biggest bang for your buck. They didn't pay you anything, but at least buy just like having a tip jar around. Okay. So, let me ask this question. I got more questions. I always have questions to ask. Does anybody have anything to sell? Good, what do you have to sell? That book? Can I see that? Should be fast and down to the seat. So, listen, see. Now, you carry this book here?
I just have to know.
You just got that. Oh, that room's because I'm saying this guy, he comes from 10 books. That's why he'll be back in the car. He's good. He's great. Yeah, I'd like to do that. This is good, man. Anybody else? Anybody else? You have, yes.
I have conversation topics cards that are to facilitate conversations at the beginning of meetings and networking.
And how much do they cost?
$25.
That's great. Anybody else? Yes, yes.
Hi there, I'm Brian Vanderjack. I'm offering a project management certification class for your friends who want to get better at managing projects. It's free for the first 3 hours. Come in, enjoy O'Hare DePaul campus. Have a great day. Brian and KianHighway.com. Thank you.
All right.
Here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first 3 hours is free. The first 30 minutes are free. That's great. Is that the way you sell it, though? I love it. Anybody else got anything to sell? I like it. Yes.
Yeah, book that's needs to be edited, still editing. It's called My Life Before Toastmasters International.
Ah.
That's good. Okay, now, what books are we going to put together? What books are we going to put together? Tell me.
So what we put together is basically a biography or a motivational empowerment.
Okay, that's good. Are you going to self-publish it, stuff like that? Okay. What book are you going to put together? I know you put together something.
Faith and uncommon knowledge.
Oh, man. How much buy it? How much does it cost?
So it costs $24.99.
What are you going to put together? Sign up this way. Anybody else? Anybody else? But yes.
I'm writing a book. My name is Erin Muldoon Stetson, by the way. I'm a healer. And my book is called Declutter Your Mind, Tapping into Your Best Mindset for Success.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So as you listen to this, guys, please write some stuff down. I know it's happening with me.
I'm going to write a book on how to improve your power and persuasion and communication.
Well, these guys, you got the stuff happening. Anybody else? How about yes?
My book is in the final stages of editing, and I'm going to sell it on Amazon. And it's about marketing for freelancers and consultants.
All right.
Great. Yes, sir.
My name is Lakan Hamed. I have a finished book on Ignite Your Smart Plugs. That's the title. Ignite Your Smart Plugs. It's going to be on Amazon and online marketing. You can find it online.
Okay, that's good. Well, you know, that's good. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I have two projects I'm working on. The first one is not reading the label killing you? And I've interviewed a number of medical doctors, because they put GMOs in our foods and beverages.
Yeah.
And then the next one is certification for reparation curriculum.
Okay, that's great. Now listen, guys. Yes, ma'am.
I'm Autumn Bryant. I'm a licensed and certified speech-language pathologist.
Oh,
And I am starting accent modification services on www.griffin.speech.com.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yes.
I have a book coming out in about 2 weeks called How to Put Your Mother in a Home. Professional skills for
How to pick your mother.
about how to move your aging parents into places that they need to be.
All right. That's good.
Best deal yet.
Okay, what's the best deal?
Over 400 hours of video, online, trainings, contests in the last 3 years. And of course, you who provide the content. Go to www.timsvideo.com to subscribe to my YouTube page for free. Thank you.
So what the plan is, you're going to go out there and create the band for yourself. All right? So how are we going to do this? How are we going to create the band? We're going to find some way to do that. You're going to create a blog. You're going to keep your publications. You're going to create something that will keep you in the forefront for people. And you may not think anybody will say, stop. They do. That's what you're going to do. Because you got passion about the things that promote. You're going to go to the Kiwanis Club. You're going to do things like the TLI. You're going to do things like, that's what you're going to do. You're going to be able to go out there and find somebody to allow you to speak, whether they pay you or not. And you're going to work the crowd because most of you have books and tapes and stuff out here. That's what you're going to do. Then after that, you're going to go and make sure you know what you do. What's the best thing they can do? What are you known for? Who are you known for? Yes. You're going to make sure that audience is hot for you. You're going to create that audience. You're going to go and get paid. Have your back of the room sales. How long is it going to take you? I wish I could tell you just a matter of a few months, but it's going to take you a while. So start writing. All of you have bios. Because I'm talking to Toastmasters. All of you have videos. Which I know you. Or you got speeches someplace. Now there's one thing I didn't talk about that I need to talk about that people will be very money on. They don't even have to see it. And that's this new thing, which is not really new anymore, called webinars. You know anything about webinars? Yeah, people are getting their college degrees from webinars. They're attaching those webinars to universities. Aaron, this is the thing for you. And I point to you because you could build a webinar, our webinar, that colleges would say, that's pretty good. I'm going to use that for a healing side. And you didn't have to be a professor. And what you do, you gave that 1 hour or maybe 4 or 5 hour thing, you gave it free. It doesn't matter. How many people are going to click on that and say, I get a little college credit for this? This is something I want to know about. It's a webinar. Because you did this like these two gentlemen, they gave up, and you can go to WWHP, and you get 3 hours free. You said that in your webinar. That's how you make the money. Webinars make money too. You can get $250, $300, $400 an hour to do a webinar. Come up with a nice course for webinars. So there's a bunch of different ways. This new webinar thing, I tell you, it's hot. It's hot. Go to meetings.com. Right? That's one that I don't do. Adobe Connect. Yes?
One thing that I was going to mention is if you go to some local community colleges, you can ask if you can be certified to give CEC credits. And some local colleges will allow you to work in tandem with them to do that. And there are a lot of professions that need those continued education credits.
Now, do you get paid for that?
Yes.
Yeah. See? So there's some things out there, guys. And you should get paid for your speaking. I know that's most masters, we want to speak all the time. But, you know, get paid for it. Say that about Bruce Willis. Get paid for it. I don't know what you're doing. Speaking too much. This day, I did, this week alone, I did 2 days of webinars. I started at 11 o'clock at night and went all evening, all the way to the morning. Why? Because I was talking to Asian Pacific, China, that whole 9 yards. Made some decent money. I have 3 hour shots, 3 hour shots, 3 hour shots. So look at the building webinars. And they're very easy to build. Just get on your computer, turn on your webcam, and go for it. Build yourself a nice little YouTube channel, build yourself a webinar, and then from then on, people will pay you. People might pay you to do webinars for them. Ask them, just like you say, college, and some of these other universities do that too. Just ask, hey, I've got a great thing. I think you ought to give me credit for that. Because I've got to go sit down and listen to a webinar. Don't you know people aren't, they don't want to go to my live classes anymore. They want to listen to me while we're walking around, having lattes. I gave a class, a PMP class. Hello, Mr. PMP, man. I gave a PMP class, and it was, a part of it was, you know, they could listen to me on webinar, right? So this guy in the class, he's listening to me. And I says, hi, you know, he says, hey, you know, I says, whoa, I really can't see it. He made the mistake and turn on his webinar. This guy was in his car, driving to McDonald's, with his dog in the car, hanging out. The whole class is looking at him. Oh, John, I'm going to turn the webcam off. It was great. It was wonderful. cool. Couple of things you might need. You notice that I've done some fancy things with this PowerPoint presentation. You need PowerPoint presentation? No. You need to look sharp? No. Look however you want to look. You want to wear blue jeans? If that's your style, do it. Okay. Look the way you want to look. You have to have PowerPoint presentations? No. One of my fellow club members, she has her own banner. She doesn't use PowerPoint. She gets somebody to hold up the cards for her. And when she switches, the banner holds up another one. She's smart. It's great. So, using PowerPoint is nice. Take PowerPoint classes. Learn how to use it. Couple little things here about PowerPoint. I love this room because this room has got the presentation above me. But you probably saw it other places where people want to walk around like this, they walk in front of the presentation. That is the baddest thing you can do. Once you start doing that craziness, people know you don't know what the heck you're doing. And there's some people in the audience who get very upset that you did something like that. So if you have it, and that's where your projector is at, make sure that you walk on the other side of that projector, or either put the dim button on. It was so embarrassing today because my clicker decided it was going to stop. It was working earlier, but I ran out of batteries. That's not a good thing, right? But I have a dimmer on here, and I can cut it down and back and forth. But this is a good thing to have. You've got to have some of these tools. Everybody that talked in this room stood up, and even in the deputies, that this talk, no microphone. And I admired them. But the microphones can be powerful. Or I can go ahead and raise my voice and get into the thing, you know? This is what I'm speaking of. And I can walk around the room, any place I need to walk around the room, talk to anybody I want to talk about, and I can look like, you know, a star. TV evangelist. Okay, there's one other thing that I'd like you to do. And you're getting a list that's being passed around to you that has the, you know, go ahead and evaluate me. Don't forget to put excellent. And Don, can I have one of those sheets, please? Okay, now look, before you go, just for me, this was speakers ought to do. If you get an opportunity, I just want you to put your email on the back because I want to send you something. I want to send you a free gift. I want to send you a free gift. Give me your email. Seriously, I'm serious about it. So I'm going to pass this slip around, and then, you know, if you have a card, I'll take those too. Because as a speaker, I want you. I want to send you stuff. And I've got a captive audience here. And I'm going to send my sheet around. I'm going to start it right here. And please go ahead and sign that sheet before you leave. Okay? Any questions? Any questions about anything that's gone on? We're talking about this one thing, guys, getting paid. How to become a speaker. Create demand. Start with a professional income, with your passion or your profession. Go ahead and seek out 3 events. Do a lot of speaking. Get known. Build your audience. And ask to get paid. That's the most important thing. Just do it. Thank you very much.
Are you in the same club as he is?